What's up, everybody? So spring is finally starting to get here, even though we've had a bunch of frosty days. But I had pruned the apple trees in the winter, did a decent pruning on them, so I've got way more flowers and growth on them than I've had the last 2 years. They were way overgrown. I had to cut off about 6 feet from the tops and shape these up, and I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with this guy. If I'm going to leave him a split leader, make it one, not sure. We're going to see which side produces better fruits. That's a black walnut. We're going to take that down. We don't want it. We don't want the other one. And then here's the other apple tree. That one's pruned as well. This one's got a little bit better shape to it. There's probably a couple more rogue branches I'm going to take out of there, but that's fine. We'll see how this one does as well. Hopefully bigger apples. They've been giving me apples. They're just tiny and deformed, so hopefully we get some rounded ones. And then over here we have our living limbs that are about to wake up soon. So I've got my massive fig tree over there that was pruned. Doesn't look it, but it was crazy. Probably still needs a nice pruning, and maybe at the end of this season we'll lop off the top and maybe make it a full just 8 feet across. But yeah, so some of these limbs that were, what's up, dogs? Some of the limbs that were in here and then in the grounds that were growing out further from the tree, I cut those, took the full root systems and replanted over here just to kind of see if they'd make it through. So far, so good. They're all alive. They're all green in here. The roots are still thriving. We'll have one there, one more here, one here. So they were all about like 6-foot pieces, all cut, full roots. And then this one here, yeah, a lot of overgrowth back there. Don't judge me. I haven't gotten a chance to get there. That was an old, I believe, an almond tree. And it just was taking up way too much sunlight on the back side of this tree, so it had to go. But yeah, there's our figs, our fig tree. They're just starting to open up a bit. Gonna start seeing, let's see, can we focus this thing? So we're starting to get some opening, some going. I have to clean out the middle here still a little bit and then throw in some fresh mulch. But yeah, I've got these extra leaders that are over here, and then there's 2 more on that side of the house, one in each corner, one there, one there. So as long as they start to wake up and do their thing, I'll have a whole bunch of fig trees I can possibly give away and give to friends, or anybody that's out here that wants one, let me know. I'm in the Monmouth County area, so if they work, they work. And then of course at the end of the season, you're more than welcome to cuttings. Over here is I still think it's a nectarine tree. I'm not sure what it was when the previous owners had it. They said apricot. I don't think it was, unless they were white apricots. Last summer with the heat and stuff, this didn't do much of anything. It didn't grow. It didn't really have any leaves. The season before gave me a whole ton of smaller sized fruits. Wasn't sure. Always thought like a nectarine or an apricot had to turn orange. Didn't know about the white ones. So I left them on too long. A lot of them split down the middle, and that was that. So this year I cut it back a lot, cut off a lot in the middle here. Still got to clean this up a little bit and give it a little scrub brush down, but the new growth is coming in very nicely, so I'm happy with that. I'm also happy with finally having more growth come back out on the limbs. I know people say they don't want too many suckers and stuff like that, but I need to hopefully be able to get so that I can have some more limbs come out this way lower from all the peach, nectarine, and apricot trees I keep seeing. Like, they're never really this too tall, but they have lots of crazy branches that come out, maybe 3 or 4, and then they all look pretty decently fun. And then over here we have our probably 3.5 foot our blueberry, one blueberry bush here, And then the second one here. Need to put more mulch back down on there. And then once I get the weed whacker back, I have some baby blueberries up in here. So this one is my Patriot blueberry. And then over here, I have another one. Not a Patriot though, it's a Duke. And then over here, I have one blackberry. I had two. The Navajo one, it died before I got to transplant anything. And this one, the Arapaho, is in here. It's been doing well. It's got a couple leaves starting on it, so that's cool. So yeah, as we continue our walk. And then here's the other two apple trees on this side of the yard. Lots of growth. I did the pruning on this one too, so lots of growth on here, lots at the top. This tree was about 4 feet taller, and it was really close to the branches on this big tree behind the house. And this tree gave me about like 30 nice apples last summer into the fall, and every other day I'd come out and there'd be less and less, but they would never hit the floor. I had a friend squirrel in here that would coast on down, steal a couple, run back, go up the tree. So I don't care, I don't mind. As long as he can eat, he's cool. And then same tree, but just much smaller. This one's in a corner where it doesn't get much sunlight. We're covered by lots of trees here. So I wanted to move this tree and that tree to the other side with the other two trees because of all the sunlight that's over there. Never got around to doing it. Don't know if I want to do it. I keep contemplating it, but then I don't want to disrupt them and have them go dormant an extra year and such like that. But I do want to put most of the apple trees on that side because I am going to add a few more varieties of apples to everything. So that's really it so far. So spring is hopefully coming about soon. And yeah, as we get closer and closer to some decent weather, we're starting to, this tree's going to start to fill out. Always does. It's always a monster. I want to see really if these guys start to do anything as well too. This is going to be interesting. I want to see how much or how long into the season it takes them to branch off, because each one of their limbs are about seven years old. Each limb that I had cut off, 7 or 8 years old, some of these limbs, because they were from really thick growth from parts of in here. So we'll see. I got to get rid of that poison ivy too. Be careful out there. But yeah, that's it. This is the springish thing, and then the gardening is about to commence as well. So put a couple planter boxes together, and we shall be set. So let's find where my dogs are. We got one here. There's the other one. And there. What's up, Harles? There's Harles. Hello, Harley. What's up? Well, talk to you guys later.